to the overly priced halls of college. I fear both the world I am leaving and the world I'm stepping into. While my parents grew up in an era that was defined by hippies and relative prosperity, my generation grows up in an era defined by unemployment and budget cuts. My generation grows up in an era where we have less opportunity than the generation before us. My generation grows up in an era when the only way to pay for college is by graduating with $100,000 of debt on our credit cards. The American dream? Right. More like the American nightmare.
Yeah.
I've been a student in a public education system since kindergarten to this very day. I take so much pride in knowing that I'm a recipient of an equitable education. I take pride in knowing that the classmate to my left is far too rich for his own good, while the classmate to my right is unfortunately far too poor. In the K-12 system with open enrollment in Sacramento, we're all equal, given the exact same opportunities to education in the classroom. I'm not going to continue my path of public education next year, though. I will not be applying to a public college. Doing so would be a waste of my time and would simply be pouring fuel on a corrupt fire of a system that's so-called public education. There's nothing public about a college system that will soon cost $36,000 a year to attend. That's about as public as my parents' car loan. It's not public education if the only people can afford to attend a school is a school that's private. Should I also spend $36,000 a year to drive on the road I drive on? $36,000 a year to give me the privilege to send a piece of mail to the postal system? $36,000 a year if I'm sentenced to prison? I should probably stop listing these hypothetical, silly questions in the case that there's a conservative politician in the crowd who will actually take them seriously. The increased price of education is a mockery of what our government stands for. There's nothing public about it. The world is uncertain as tuition becomes the victims of exponentiation, as budget cuts force schools to raise teacher-student ratios to numbers never before seen, and as students are forced to think more about paying for their education rather than focusing on learning. Thank you.